Caitlin Clark, alongside stars like Breanna Stewart, represents a completely different energy in women's basketball, one defined by joy, competitiveness, and pride in the game. On the United States women's national basketball team court, Clark and the next generation of American stars are laughing, competing, and shouting USA together, fully embracing the peak of their athletic primes while doing what they love as elite professionals. That atmosphere stands in stark contrast to the tense clouds surrounding the Women's National Basketball Players Association labor dispute. Veteran union leaders have pushed a narrative of frustration and victimhood, attempting to frame themselves as oppressed by billionaire owners while fueling media coverage with anger, resentment, and constant talk of a work stoppage. The situation has become so chaotic that even union leadership disagreements have leaked publicly, with letters surfacing in outlets like ESPN demanding transparency. In the middle of all this, Clark stepped onto the international stage radiating pure enthusiasm for the game, unintentionally dismantling the union's public relations strategy. Her presence sends a clear message to sponsors, broadcasters, and team owners that she represents a safe, premium, drama-free investment and a rising global superstar. While the union appears increasingly divided and desperate, Clark's popularity suggests that much of the perceived toxicity surrounding women's basketball may be driven by a small faction of veteran players struggling to maintain influence. The veterans believed they could pressure ownership by proving they had independent market value, even launching alternative ventures to demonstrate that fans would tune in without Clark. Instead, the market response was harsh, viewership dipped, excitement faded, and networks that had expected a Clark-driven surge faced disappointment. Meanwhile, when the true drawing power of the sport steps onto the floor, the contrast becomes unmistakable, reinforcing the reality that star power and fan connection now shape the future of the game.
Kind of doing some drills here. Let's see them cook up for a little bit. Chelsea, no look. Caitlin, side dribble. Main thing is they're enjoying themselves, man. I love it. Okay, Angel to Stu, easy work. It seems like Caitlin is hanging with Kelsey a lot. Paige always yelling. Paige yelling about anything these days.
When Caitlin Clark hits a game winner, that single moment captures the entire business model of modern women's basketball, the kind of electrifying highlight that justifies billion-dollar media deals and pulls the attention of the global sports economy. To league executives and investors watching from the sidelines, that kind of viral moment isn't just a clutch shot. It represents leverage, market value, and a rare generational asset that can elevate the entire league. Figures connected to the sport, from Adam Silver to Kathy Engelbert, along with high-profile owners and executives, are well aware that star power drives audience growth, sponsorships, and television interest. If tensions between the Women's National Basketball Players Association and the Women's National Basketball Association ever escalate into serious labor disputes, the stakes would extend far beyond contracts and negotiations, touching the financial future of the entire league. At the same time, Clark's rapid rise, from record-breaking college star at University of Iowa to a globally recognized pro athlete, has dramatically shifted the conversation around women's basketball. Her highlights, endorsements, and growing fan base show how one transcendent player can expand the audience and reshape media attention. For veteran players, rookies, networks, and sponsors alike, the real challenge is balancing collective interests with the undeniable impact of a breakout superstar whose popularity is redefining the sport's economic landscape.
Mind you, look at the teams while y'all looking too. Look, Angel knocking them down, dog. I know it's quick. Caitlin with the game winner. Caitlin with the game winner, dog. Got the stun on him. Come on, man.
Caitlin Clark hit.
Listening to that statement from Caitlin Clark, it's hard not to notice the sheer brilliance behind her words. She describes the opportunity as every kid's dream, showing respect for the platform, honoring the journey, and presenting herself as a humble student of the game while radiating professionalism on the world's biggest stage. In doing so, she quietly dismantles the narrative some veteran voices have tried to build around her. Critics have attempted to frame her as entitled and portray her fan base as toxic, while positioning themselves as the guardians of basketball tradition, yet Clark refuses to play the villain in that storyline. Instead of engaging in public feuds, she steps in front of international cameras and represents the sport with calm confidence and professionalism. By returning to the global stage with the United States women's national basketball team in international competition organized by FIBA, she places the focus back on basketball itself, high-stakes games played in front of millions of viewers worldwide. Meanwhile, ongoing tensions between the Women's National Basketball Players Association and the Women's National Basketball Association continue to create uncertainty about the league's future direction. League leaders and influential figures across the basketball world, including people connected to the broader NBA ecosystem like Adam Silver and Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, understand that the sport is at a pivotal moment where star power, global exposure, and labor stability must align. Regardless of how those negotiations unfold, Clark's rise as a generational talent has already shifted the conversation about women's basketball's commercial potential. Her growing audience, international visibility, and ability to generate viral moments have made her one of the sport's most compelling figures, ensuring that when the dust settles, whether through agreement, reform, or renewed momentum, the spotlight on women's basketball will remain brighter than ever.
Every kid's dream. I think I wrote it down when I was in like third grade. So just excited about this opportunity. And I remember Kara Cowan talking to us like when me and Paige, and I know AB isn't here, but even I played with Ryan on the U19 team. Like on the junior national teams, there's only going to be like a couple of you that end up making it to make a senior debut. So whether that's the World Cup, or the World Cup qualifier, whether that's, the Olympics, every single part of it and part of the journey is really special. So I know we're a ways away even from the World Cup and obviously a ways away from the Olympics, but this is still really exciting in its